Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Purushottama Yogam. The knowledge about the cosmic being, supreme being. Shloka number 1. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Urdhvamulamadha Shakam Ashvatham Prahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Sa Vedavit. In the last class, we saw the introduction for this chapter and 3/4 of the meaning of this shloka. This chapter is considered as the very important chapter or the central theme of the Bhagavad Gita, because the supreme truth is revealed even though it is talked in the 13th and 14th chapters, but here a conclusion like Bhagavan talking about the Purushottama. What is that one truth behind all this phenomenal relative world? This phenomenal relative world is compared with the tree. We saw nearly 10 similarities between this world and the tree. And this tree is also given a name here, Ashwatha Vriksha. And this appearing the tree of this world, where the root, its root moolam is unseen, unknown. Unseen, unknown means it is not far away somewhere. Even though the word here used as the urdhvam, it is not spatial wise difference or distance, but it is the supremost, the great. So the moolam is urdhvam, or this meaning which is not comprehensible by the sense organs and as well as by the mind, because of which consciousness, this mind is known, mind is functioning, because of which presence, whose presence, this mind is borrowing the sentiency and lending to the sense organs. Those sense organs are only looking at this objective nama rupa prapancha. So moolam is not somewhere but it is here that I, the consciousness, is alone is the moolam. Now, for a person to accept that I am the moolam, I am the cause, karanam, moola karanam, because without this I, no any other thought of the idam cannot exist. And there is no value for that unless I say and I justify that yes, I am there, then only. Anyhow, here urdhva moolam, Paramatma, if you take the supreme being Atma or Brahman, it is generally invisible for the ignorant people. But for a Gnani, after he studies the Vedas and then he come to recognize that is he himself the consciousness. So Urdhva Moolam Adha Shakha. Shakha, the branches are all here. We see this Nama Rupa, multi-variety of the objects and things and beings. Even we can't see, there are so many other worlds like our this earth, and different kinds of people are also maybe there. And this vruksham is called Ashwatha vruksham. That word I explained in 2-3 different angles, and that is avyayam. This vruksham is avyayam or the moolam is avyayam. This avyayam word can really, we can take it only to the Paramatma, the moolam, which is indestructible, never never become less or more, or it is inexplicable, avyayam. That is only the consciousness. But here Ashwadham, and it is called as the told by the wise people, Prahuhu, avyayam. One way this world also is continuously appearing and disappearing, it is staying. Even though for me in this body, if this body disappears also, world is existing. Being it is also the expression of the Paramatma, and always the world is there. Always the world is there. Therefore, it is also called as the avyayam. This always is, if we talk about the time, and if you talk about the past, future and present, but avyayam is beyond the time. So the word avyayam can be taken here in both the ways, to the moolam, Paramatma, and this appearing the world, tree-like world, Ashwatha. When we talk about this totality, we will say the world, but our individual, each body also, if you take, it is also a one tree. So on this big tree of the world, there are so many small trees again. So each one of our body is a small tree, because it has also got, we eat from the above and grow below, and we have the parts, branches and all that. Therefore, it is also vriksham only. Another Ashwadham or vriksham, vriksha anta vrakshanat vrikshaha, which has to be cutted, which can be removed or destroyed only by cutting. That cutting totally from the roots. That point will come in the third shloka. But for just to say the meaning of the vriksha, if any vriksha falls by the cyclone wind or any other reason, but the roots still will be in the earth, therefore again it will come to life, it will become alive. The branches, the fallen part may get destroyed, but new leaves will come and branches will come, it will grow. But when it is removed from the bottom, the root, then it will. So Only by cutting, vrakchanat iti vrikshaha, which has to be cutted and to remove if you want. Then second line, Chandamsi yasya paranani. This slightly I told you. The leaves of the tree are very important to make the tree to be alive. In the same way, this samsara vriksha to continue, Vedas are taking care actually. Chandamsi means chadanat, because they are covering, they are supporting, they are holding. What? Chandamsi, Vedas. Particularly the Purva Mimamsa, the front portion of the Vedas, which is called as the Karmakanda. Vedas are only talking about that, and they say so many karmas, yajnas, yagas, and all that. And because of that, the jivas who are all propelled by the vasanas and the desires, they do lot of actions. Because of the actions, again, they will be traveling to the higher worlds and the lower worlds. And in this way, they create again their own karma, and again the world, they come back to the different forms in the world. So this continuity of this chakra, of the samsara chakra, is propelled by one part of the Veda only, the Purva Mimamsa Karmakanda. It said, no, so many things are told. Which loka, if you want to go, what you have to do. If you want to get the children, what you have to do. If you want to get the money, what karma you have to do. So many. Therefore, Chandamsi Chadanat iti. So, Rig Yajus Samalakshanani, Yasya Samsara Vrikshasya Paranani. So, for this world of tree of the world of tree, this tree, the Vedas are the like the leaves, so which give the nutrition to it. But the same Veda tells in the later part, this is not at all real. Not at all real. If you are interested in this world, in this karma and all that, you will forever continue and move in this cycle, this chakra of samsara. So sometime or other later, you may start with the merry-go-round, but later you will feel after some time, sorry, go round. Why I have come into this body? Why I have come into this world? Why all these kind of problems? Body, diseases, old age, death, and all that fear. So this is another part. Now, which is what for you are here in this human body, what you have to work for it. By seeing this world, you will be attracted in the beginning. But when you are going nearer and started indulging and involving, then you will come to know that it is like a fire, it will burn you. Yes? But because of that, now the world is bad, the world is torturing me, world is giving a lot of sufferings and problems. In that way, you will become a miserable person. You want to be miserable in this world with this body, or you want to be a happiest person and the wise person. So this becoming miserable by being in this body, in this world, is called vicharam. Vicharam means sorrow, one meaning. But when you do vicharana, then you will discover the truth and there is there is no reality at all in this Namarupa Prapancha. So choice is ours, whether you want to inquire about this world or you want to become miserable by being in this world. So the inquiry, okay, or worry. You want to worry or you want inquiry. When you do the inquiry, through what, how you will know inquiry, who will guide you, who will tell you. Again here the Chandamsi word, if you take Vedas, you must study the Vedas. You must know the essence and the meaning of the purport of the Vedas. Because otherwise no other science in the world cannot give the clear picture of what is this world, what is this creation, what is the Jiva, what is the Ishvara, what is the relationship between all these three, how you can be a happiest person by being in this temporary body and in this temporary world. Temporary. Everything is uncertain. Everything is unpredictable. I told you last class, therefore it is no guarantee, unpredictable, uh, undependable, unreliable, therefore there is no stability, therefore no guarantee, therefore anxiety. Yes. So how you will know? Because the same Vedas which are encouraging the persons first to work in this world and for a better prosperity and all that, and lead a dharmic life and all that, then slowly purify your mind and then come to get the qualification, then get the Guru Shastra. So Chandamsi Yasya Paranani, whoever knows and reads. Now this last quarter of this sloka is very important. Yah tam veda sa vedavit. Yadha vyakyatam samsarvriksha moolam, as described and explained about this samsara vriksha, the moolam, the vriksham samulam, complete picture of it, not the half knowledge. Half knowledge is always problem. Incomplete knowledge is always problem. So you study, understand and know, because they are given only for our purpose, for us to grow and spiritually. Therefore, yah tam veda, what is that tam? As explained in this way about, and who is that moolam, and what Vedas are talking about, yahatam Veda sa Vedavit. He is only really the person who knows what he has to know. Yah Veda sa Vedavit tam. So how you will know clearly? So who knows the Vedas, properly studied, understood the Purva Bhaga and Uttara Bhaga, and then that person alone, or who knows the clear real picture of this world, Jiva and Ishvara, that person alone, Vedardhavit. It means everything, complete picture, whoever knows that he is the only really the person who knows. This statement is very important. Therefore, Vedas are the manual for us to understand about our life, about this world, about the Paramatma, and the relationship between me and the Paramatma, and finally Brahmatmaikya Bodha. For all this, we have a proper guidance and the instructions in the Vedas. But not only in the front portion, if you read, it is not enough. You have to read the Vedanta also, Upanishads also. That only, that knowledge, the necessity, the purpose of the Vedas, of the purpose of this human life is what? That Bhagavan Ishvara Sri Krishna is talking and explaining about it. So this is the meaning of this first shloka. Then it is not only that much, this samsara vriksha, what further its branches and how far it is spreaded and what will happen. For that, shloka number 2. अथश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके. This world tree has got its branches. Those branches are spreaded upward and downward. Here again, upward, downward means there are so many different astasya shakhaha urdhvam cha adham cha prasrutaha. Its branches are spreaded not only up and down, that means spreaded all over. Tree branches, any side can go to the left or right or up and therefore. But down, generally some branches will look down also in a lower level, but here the meaning is this world has got so many higher lokas and lower lokas. Because the higher lokas and lower lokas, there are many different variety of beings with different refinement. Yes, we have one set of sense organs and the mind and body. But if you go to the Devata Shariram, so many varieties of Gandharva, Deva Gandharva, Manusha Gandharva, Deva Gandharva, Ajana Janam, Deva, and Indra, like that, Siddha, and then upper lokas are all told, no? So in each loka, the people who are living there, they are called higher beings because they have got a more refined set of equipments. So through that, their experiences, their joy, happiness is more. Same way, if you come to the lower lokas, means here from the human being onwards below, many animals, birds, creatures, insects, they were all having a very gross set of sense organs and the body and mind. So they can have only very limited joy or enjoyment, but mostly they will have the dukkham and the misery. So one side, the higher worlds, higher yonis and higher janmas, the beings they enjoy different higher level of sensual pleasures. But remember, they cannot do any new karma, or generally they have to enjoy that punya and only pleasures will be there. They cannot do any other, again, papams and all that, and no choice for them. Same way, in the lower yonis, these animals and creatures and birds, they also, they have to just go through that suffering of the limited body, limited senses, uh, and instinct in living according to the nature, and all the struggle for survival and food and existence, and they have to go through that only. They cannot improve and do any kind of punya there. Those higher worlds people, they cannot do any papa there. But some Purana stories, all when we read, we come to know such a devatas are the Vasu, out of the Vasus, the one Vasu has got Shapam and he born as the Bhishma, and all these things are there. So there is a chance of doing again, committing a mistake and getting the some kind of punishment, and they have to. But where they come, they won't go to the lower yonis. Mostly they will be coming to the Manushya Janma Bhuloka. But correctly we cannot bifurcate and say that they never do any kind of sin. But generally I am saying they have to meant for only enjoying those higher worlds. When a person goes to the some kind of picnic or some new place or the another different countries, they go to sit in the room, close the eyes and do the meditation or sleeping. No, they want to enjoy, they want to explore there, go out and see. Like that, after going to the higher worlds, they never try for the again some more punyam or gnanam particularly. Now the advantage in the Manushya Loka is something different that I will, Bhagavan says in the second line. So, Adaha cha urdhvam cha tasya shakaha prasrutaha, spreaded. And how that this world branches, different things are growing. As the tree again to get a new branch, first small to like leaves and twigs will come, and from that again it will split and it will again grow as another branch. In that way, this guna pravruddhaha, gunas are there, no sattva rajas tamo gunas. Because of these three, the branches are more and more strengthened and growing. And what are those different branches? The branches spread it up and down. They are nothing but the Shabdadi Vishayaha. Okay? Vishaya Pravalaha. Pravalaha means the tender leaves, which again become another like branch and bring the fruit, flowers and fruits. Vishaya Pravala. What are the here? The Vishaya Pravala, tender leaves, all that. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha, five sense organs, and the objects related to these five fields of the senses. So, the Moolam again, Adascha, in this middle word, middle means Adha means low. Here in the Manushya Loke, in the human life, birth, body, Manushya Loke, is only they are rooted. What? One Moolam is told in the first shloka, that is about the Paramatma. And here, that is Samsara Vrukshasya Paramamoolam Paramatma. And its Upadana Karanam is the Prakruti. And now here, in this Prakriti, the Jivas who are all born, the two in the human body, they were all again here very tightly binded by, caught up in this samsara vriksha. Moola means in the roots, here roots. What is this? These roots are binding roots. anusantatani. Very much, see the roots of the tree in the mud, how tightly the roots, small roots and different, and big roots, small roots, and mini roots, everything comes and hold that mud, clay or sand and tightly live together. And in that way, here also, what is this clay mud which is holding and making the trees to stand and the roots to be alive and grow? Karmanubandhini, which are cause for the karma, or the roots are small roots are all nothing but the ropes, like karma ropes, karmanubandhini, and they were binded by these karmas. So now we got the picture of the whole tree, how this. Now in this body, if you take this alone as the tree, as I told, here branches are there, and then first the baby is this much small. When it comes out of the mother's womb, then slowly it grows and start express and look at this world, and five sense organs start become active and starts receiving the things, and then develops the abhimana. This is I am and mine, and okay, I-ness and minus. With all this, then he wants to do so many things and to prove and show, and in that karma, doing, and claims is I am the doer, I am the achiever. So this my own karmas only binds me again. Now, why specially told Manushya Loka? Because as I told you just now, this new karmas, either punya or papa, can be done, and choice, willpower is there only for the human beings. Please note this point. In that way we are special, because you cannot try for the liberation, moksha, brahmagnanam by being in the higher lokas worlds with higher sharirams body, and by being in the lower bodies and the lower yonis of the other lives, you cannot do any punyam there also. There you cannot do any papa, you cannot do any punyam. That means what? You cannot create any new things and no improvement further. Then once if it exhausts the karma of papa or punya, you will be again given a chance to come on to this middle world, is called Manushya-loka or Bhuloka, where we have the choice. What? Kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum. To do or not to do, or to do in a different way. We only have this choice, not any other beings. Therefore, here I can destroy my karmas, that sanchita agami, through the gnanam, and I can know the truth, reality of my own essential nature, and I can get liberated while living itself, Jivan Mukta. All these are all possible. Shastra only tells. What is the proof? Or the living masters and the wise people, saints and sages are the proof. And you walk and see, and after understanding this teaching of Gita, you will know, yes, this is correct, this is true. So in that way, the second level of this samsara vriksha is described in this second shloka. Then, so in this, the first part and the previous shloka is talking about the samsara vrikshasya moolam. Actually, karanam is paramatma, and its upadana karanam is prakriti. Uktam. Now, Bhagavan has told in the second line, here Then karma palajanita raga dveshadi vasanaha. Where is the moolam for all that? Why the person, human being mind, karma palajanita raga dvesha. I do something and I will get either raga or dvesha. It becomes like imprints vasanas. That is here another moolam for binding. This moolam is for binding. Moolaniva. What through what it went? Dharma, adharma, pravritti karanani. In this way, dharma, dharma, punya, papa, all these things are here in Manusha Janma. Therefore, its root is samsara's root again to make you to be born again and die and born and again. The womb to tomb is the moolam is anusantatani manushaloke karmanubandhini. Now, after that, Bhagavan says, now what to do, sir? How to escape? Whether I should be in this world and entertain by seeing this world, take it as a sport, or I should become miserable. So you want to inquire about the world, or you want to become miserable. So choice is ours. Now, yes, you can inquire about this world. Inquire. Once you start inquiring, you know what will happen. This samsara vriksha, I will tell, actually it is a magic like, it is like Indrajalam. Let us read. Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate nanto na chader na cha sampratishta ashvedhamenam suvirudhamulam asangashastrena dhridena chitvam. From here the teaching. What I have supposed to do? Choice is mine. Ball is in my court now. This body, I got it, I am living in this body, I am using this body, I am in this particular environmental world. Now, as I asked a question, have I come to this world to become miserable, or to complain, or to fight, or to quarrel? No. There is something, the higher purpose. Now, when I am thinking in that way, because my Guru said, my Shastra said, but my dear, listen, its real form, real nature of this world, asya rupam iha tataha. Therefore, asya rupam iha na labhyate. It's what exactly it is. Is it really real or appearing as real? Can I say it is there, or can I say it is not there? It is there and it is not there. So it's real, essentially what nobody knows except the Shastra. If you see this word, why it is told like that, any scientist so far, anybody, or even in the Puranas and the great Rishis also, they said this appearing world, universe is Anantam, and it is limitless. Nobody knows the vibhuti or glory of this Lord's world. That say Purana Bhakti level. Or scientifically, scientists, how much they are searching, finding. We are seeing such a big world, as per our capacity to the telescope and all that, galaxies and solar systems, all that, we don't know still how much is there. As I told, there may be other living beings are living, we have no any connection or contact with them. No possibility. No possibility. Therefore, asya rupam here, whatever, how much you may dig, how much you may fly, how much may you break, anything you do, still everything is only doubtful only, suspicion only, and not able to depend, not able to take it, this is the truth. Because everything is temporary, appearing and disappearing. Okay, here I will read in between one or two points from the Shankara's Bhashya. So, Narupamasiha yadha varnitam tadha. Yadha varnitam means as described in the last two slokas, and here living beings, non-living beings, and varieties and novelty and beauty, so many things, but everything is constantly keep on changing and disappearing, appearing, disappearing, jayati, gacchati. Therefore that's why it is called samsaram, sarasara, samsarati, samyak sarati. It keep on changing and moving. Therefore, varnitam tada nayeva upalabhyate. It is not available, not known by this human intellect how much he breaks his head. Because Shankara writes, Bhagavan didn't say that, we have to understand. Swapna marichi udaka maya gandharva nagara samatvat. Why it is not able to, we are not able to understand and clearly know that this is this, this is like this, because it is only dream like. See, every day we see the new dreams, no connection to one dream to another dream. Why this and all this? And in the dream, for you, the dreamer, the dream is real. Swapna. Now you have woken up. I ask you, you, okay, he tell, I saw this, I dreamt like this. Why you dreamt like this? No, he cannot answer. And he knows also. Have you brought anything from the dream here? No. Can you utilize that, the money which you saw in the dream? No. Then what is the use of that experience of the dream? And so many things I saw there, so many things I experienced, because now I can't talk about it, I can't do anything about it. There is no any utility about it. But I gone through that experience. I only gone through. But it is Swapanam. Now, my dear, this entire world is like a projection of the dream only. I told many times, the Bhagavan's, Ishvara's dream is this world. Okay, Bhagavan's dream is this world. Now, in this dreamy world, we are again dreaming, and we are thinking that I am now wake up and this waking world is real. How come? It is already told that it is the Bhagavan's dream. It is the dream happening in the Samashti Ishvara consciousness, Samashti Ishvara Shakti. Exactly as it is happening in your individual mind, the dream. Therefore, Swapnavat, Swapna Samatvat, Marichi Udaka Samatvat, the mirage waters. How much the mirage waters are real? You may talk and you may see again and again, but it is experienced by you, but never they are real. Never they are real. And you cannot talk about anything more, only you can blabber. But which is not there really, what is the use of talking? And can you use them? That mirage waters, you can fill it in the bottles or send to the places where the water scarcity is there. No, nothing you cannot do. But experience is there. So like the mirage waters and or otherwise Gandharva Pattanam, the imaginary fantasy world Gandharva Pattanam. That means Indrajalam, like anything is created, anything, exactly in the dream happening. So this world, entire world is nothing but like a dream. And we are experiencing this world, this particular world, only in the waking. But that waking state is again changing, and dream I enter. Then after that I will enter into sleep. What exactly here happening? Three things are constantly changing that I can know, I can notice, because all are my experiences. I know now I am in waking state. I know that I am in the dream. I know not in the dream. After that I dreamt. I can say now I will go to sleep and I don't know anything there, but I can remember that also. So only these three things are constantly changing. Therefore, Upanishad says, Triswapnan dhunoti gnani. Gnani, he just drops and negates and give it up all these three dreams. All three are dreams only. But who knows all these three modifications and the changes, that I consciousness is real and permanent. We'll come slowly to that. Bhagavan wants to tell us to recognize that our essential truth, then only it is possible to transcend this phenomenal world. Therefore, it is like and drishta nashta swarupaha. Indeed, here drishta nashta, whatever you see means experience, that everything will disappear. Any of your experiences of the five sense organs, how much it is costly, how much it is beautiful, how much it is very great or super wonderful, anything will disappear. Any dream. In dream, I am the world's richest person. In the dream, I have a very beautiful wife. In a dream, I am having a very, very big bungalow. Anything, any great. In a dream, I was appreciated and praised, and I got the gold medal or Padma Shri, this, that, anything. Anything. Drishta nashta swabhavaha. Yad drishyam tad nashyam. Yad drishyam yad nashyam tad mithya. That is only an appearance as though it is there. Like dream, like mirage waters. Therefore, drishta nashta swabhavaha. Therefore, iti ataha eva na antaha. There is nothing to say concludingly about anything of this world. Remember this. Accepting is slightly difficult, but truth. Bhagavan Shri Krishna saying, Ishvara saying, Veda saying, therefore, na antaha. So this is yes, this is the concluding finally. This, see here, human mind, scientists, so many. This is the thesis. This is the theory. This is the declaration. This is, but no declaration, no theory, nothing is not permanent. And here constantly change is happening. Which change will happen, when it will happen, why it happens, nobody knows. That's why this entire thing is like a Maya, Indrajalam. Therefore, that Maya is called by Shankara Aghatita Ghatana Patiyasvi. Whichever you think that it never happened, it is impossible, Maya can make it possible. Which you think it is possible, Maya can make it is impossible. Unpredictable, unreliable. Okay? Tatopanabhlate. Na antaha cha adihi cha sampratishtha. Where is the beginning of it? Where it rests? Where and how it is, where it is getting dissolved, disappearing. No any clear thing about this whole world. Come back again to the dream. Can you say where is the adihi of when your dream started in the sleep? Because there is no time concept. That time concept is different. If you are seeing the dream and you remember that dream, I saw like that later, but why can't you know that now I am entering into the dream? Anybody knows that in this particular local time I entered into the dream? Only if doctors or experiment scientists see rapid eye movement. They, that is that they, when person is seeing the dream, the eyeballs will move fast. So they're imagining that that is the time of the dream. Okay, so what? Can you enter into his dream? Or once if you make that person to wake up, the dream disappears. Now we'll ask the dream person, hey, please hold on to that dream. We want to record it. We want to take the photo. Nothing. You cannot communicate or do anything. Only some graph or this observe rapid eye movement is the dream time. Rapid eyeball movement. So either the Adi, Arambham or Antam, nothing. Kenachit gamyate. You cannot go its root where. Root means time or anything. Only you can say, I had a dream. I dreamt. Where? In me. Therefore, in me, in you the dream happened, but dream is not real. But you are real. In you the waking is happening, but wakening is not real. You are real. In you the sleep is happening, but you are not the sleep. You are different. Therefore, na antaha cha adiha cha sampratishtha स्थिति मध्यम अस्य न केनचित् उपलभ्यते. In any means we claim and think and say that we have achieved so many things, we are progressing, but everything, anytime the world gets collapsed, anytime the earthquake can come and everything gets collapsed, anytime tsunami can come and gets collapsed, anything can destroy in seconds, in no time. Then how I can rely on it? How can I depend on it? How can I keep on poke the nose and try to find out what you want to find out? You can't do. Therefore, this only one way. This is the highest teaching. Only one way. Now, then what to do, sir? You just discard it. Ashwatham, enam ashwatham, asanga shastrena suvirudamulam dhrudena chitva. You can do only one thing. As you just discarded the dream once for all, you discard this entire world also. Asanga, be indifferent, be detached. So with the instrument, weapon, which is very strongly holded by you, with that hit, and what is that astram? Asanga shastrena, the weapon of the detachment. And that detachment is dhrudena. If I hold the knife, sword very lightly, how can I handle it and use it? By time I hit, cut, that will fall down. But that's why dridena, hold it properly. That means what? For that Shankara writes here, Suvirudhamulam, that dridena Paramatma abhimukhya, Paramatma abhimukhya, turn your attention to the truth and reality, Paramatma. And Nishchaya Dhridi and firmly, I know very well, I am the truth. Other, everything is not real. Here I am adding, but Bhagavan Shankara writes Krishna tells aham without any hesitation. So here Paramatma Abhivang means turning the attention towards the reality. Dhrudikrita punaha. Again and again, Viveka Abhyasa Ashma Nishitena. Shankara, what is this Dhrudena Chitva? That Dhrudam, again and again through the discrimination, on the stone of the discrimination, you keep on the stone of this vairagya and detachment, you sharpen your intellect. Ashmanishitena, by sharpening this viveka on the stone of the vairagya. And when that is become very, very strong and sharp, then at once chitva samsara vrukshasya bijam udhrutya. So I must have the guts, I must have the proper understanding to drop everything as like hot potato is called asangam, sangarahitam, asangashastrena. That means what? You just give it up. If you hold it, if you want to hold it, which is not there, which is not real. So suppose somebody keep on morning after get up, he talking about the dream and telling to everybody, going to the doctor, going to the police station. So in dream I saw like this, I did like this. Altogether what they decide, he is mental. Send him to the mental hospital. Yes, what they can do? Because if a person keep on talks about the dream and worrying about the dream, frightening about the dream and complaining about the dream and explaining, continuously talking about the dream. What dream? Which is not there. Which is not there. Therefore, when the person's mind goes out of the control, their daydreaming and schizophrenic conditions, hallucinations and mental, sentimental, supramental, then mental problems. See? If the mind is not cultivated and properly understood, anytime anybody can become mental. What is the treatment? Bhagavad Gita, Shastram. Viveka Vairagyam, Shastra Shravanam. Therefore, we start giving zero importance to this world. Then we will ask a lot of questions. How is it possible, sir? How can I lead my life? How can I conduct my life? What about my family? All these are there. Don't worry, all will be there. You can very nicely conduct your life, but with awareness and alertness. That awareness and alertness, Asanga Shastram, where Asangam detachment, where is, sir, show me the sword? Is it not like that? It is a bhavana in your mind. What is exactly what I have to do? The bhavana in my buddhi, that alone can remove the puzzle, the problem of this dream-like world. So we will explain and listen much more about it in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.